This 2,700-year-old clay tablet is covered in cuneiform writing. But what does it say, and why is it so historically significant? The Sennacherib clay prism is like an ancient Mesopotamian voice from the past. It tells us the story of King Sennacherib's reign over the Neo-Assyrian Empire from 705 to 681 BC. It recounts the king's military campaigns, his conquests, and his grand ambitions. It tells of a powerful and victorious ruler, and it brags of his immense wealth and the tribute he received from other nations. It paints a portrait of a ruler with vast resources and a mighty empire. Sennacherib boasted of his victories in the region, especially his invasion of the kingdom of Judah and the infamous siege of Jerusalem in 701 BC. The text mentions cities like Lachish and Azekah, cities that fell before him, with their populations deported to faraway lands. But there's a twist in this narrative. The prism, with all its boasting, omits the fall of Jerusalem, even though it was the crown jewel of his campaign. But why? The inscription speaks of Hezekiah, the king of Judah, saying, "As for Hezekiah, I shut him up like a caged bird in his royal city of Jerusalem." But it doesn't list Jerusalem as one of the cities he actually captured, suggesting that Sennacherib did not achieve the victory he sought there. So here things begin to get really interesting, because this is the point where the prism seems to corroborate biblical accounts, especially the story from the books of Kings and Chronicles. The Bible recounts how an angel of the Lord struck down 185,000 Assyrian soldiers during the siege of Jerusalem. And when the Israelites awoke, they found the Assyrian camp in ruins. Sennacherib, devastated by this loss, broke camp and returned to Nineveh, never to capture Jerusalem, an event depicted here by 17th century Flemish artist Peter Paul Rubens. Today, this amazing six-sided baked clay document resides at the British Museum. Also known as the Taylor Prism, it was originally discovered at the Assyrian capital Nineveh, and it was acquired in 1830 by Colonel Robert Taylor, British Consul General to Baghdad. He brought it back to England, and the British Museum purchased it from his widow in 1855. So, as we ponder the Sennacherib prism, it's important to realize that it's not just a cuneiform inscribed symbol of power, a record of conquest, or a reminder of military and political tension between ancient kingdoms. It's also a window into the world of geopolitics in the 8th century BC that supports the historical veracity of the Bible itself.